Hi guys, it's Simeon here. This week I want to talk to you about a theatre production I saw based on a book, The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman, which I've actually persuaded my wife to read, hence the new bookmark. I'll tell you what I liked about the production, what was different from the book, and whether I'd recommend going to see it. At the end, I also want to provide a quick update about my writing. Yeah, let's go. So The Ocean at the End of the Lane is Neil Gaiman's latest novel and one of my favourite reads this year. I actually made a video review for it, which I'll link to at the end. It's about a man who goes to his father's funeral and starts remembering a strange series of events that happened to him as a child. So it's kind of like when you pick up a childhood toy and you're suddenly flooded with memories of the time you held it in front of the fire and watched the fluff burn. I still don't know why I did that. Most of the narrative is told from the point of view of the man as a child, but it's bookended by him as an adult. So mild spoilers here. Our main character meets a girl called Letty Hempstock who lives with her mother and grandmother on Hempstock Farm, which is just down the road for him, and they have a pond which Letty calls the Ocean, hence the name of the book. The Hempstocks, we soon discover, are magical, and soon our main character is on a mission with Letty to find this giant demonic creature living on the outskirts of their farm. The creature takes the form of a beautiful woman and manages to infiltrate her/its way into the boy's home. It's a very Gaiman-y plotline with nods to classic horror like Invasion of the Body Snatchers and ancient mythology like the Fates. When I read the book, I felt like I was reading a more relaxed, restrained Gaiman who was really keeping the prose simple and just letting everything breathe. Gaiman in a cardigan, if you will. This relaxed writing style worked really well with the contained farm setting, and although there is horror in the book, there's also parts that feel like they would fit very comfortably in the cozy fantasy space. So like most of Neil Gaiman's work, it spans multiple genres. This stage production, which I saw at the Norwich Theatre Royal on one of the hottest days of the year, was a faithful adaptation of the book for the most part. It kept the spirit of the book alive while still adapting and making changes, and the aircon was on, so bonus points there. The best way I can describe it aesthetically is Neil Gaiman meets Stranger Things. A lot of the music, the set design, and even the logo they chose for it reminded me of Stranger Things. Although season 1 Stranger Things, before the Russians hiding under a shopping mall and all that kind of stuff. I really like Stranger Things, so this was all fine with me. Although it was a small cast who were well chosen for their roles, there were a lot of stagehands in this production who were kept very busy. In fact, these might have been the busiest, hardest working stagehands I've ever seen. They were stagehands who'd been watching YouTube videos on the grind set. They were like honeybees who'd found a can of Monster. They were everywhere, helping move doors, helping change sceneries, bringing puppets on and off. At one point they were working in tandem to choreograph the movements of a giant evil demon puppet, which is as cool as it sounds. The design of this puppet was kind of like black sheets draped over this really jagged, rickety skeletal structure, kind of like if you pulled a bike wheel apart and then tried to stuff it in a bin bag and some of the spokes poked out. It worked really well with the lighting and the smoke and everything, and it actually looked pretty terrifying. That brings me on to the horror elements of this. There were proper jump scares in this and some moments that actually made the audience gasp, which was pretty cool. I don't think I've seen horror effects done this well in a practical stage setting. It would be small things like the evil demon lady Ursula Monkton, Ursula, great villain name by the way, would walk out of a door. You'd see her walk out off stage and then she'd instantly appear at a door on the other side of the stage. And if you thought about it for a moment, you'd think, okay, well, it was probably a stagehand in a wig or something that walked off. But it was really cool, really effective, and actually made some people startle in surprise. So I really liked the creepy aesthetic of this. It was very kind of low-key horror. Even when they're having breakfast and things, there's kind of a little air of things aren't quite right here. The plot is pretty much the same as the novel, with the boy's mother being taken out and a few minor tweaks. The main change for me is something I've noticed with adaptations of Gaiman's work to other media, and that's that the characters seemed a bit over the top for me. Gaiman does tend to write larger than life characters, but for me they always feel like they fit within the worlds he's created and they feel plausible. Now, this might just be me, and I'm certainly not here to criticise anyone who likes Gaiman adaptations, because I like them too, but I just feel like sometimes things get a bit lost in translation. I don't know why that is with TV and stage productions. Maybe they go a bit too heavy with the costuming and the accents. Let me know your thoughts in the comments if you agree with me, disagree with me, if you've noticed anything like that. That said, I did not mind the more over-the-top old lady Hempstocks. I thought that worked really well for the character. She was basically like a cackling crone at some points, which was actually really funny and worked well. I would have liked a more restrained, level-headed Letty like she is in the book, but also having a more buoyant, exuberant take on her was nice. The one that bothered me a bit was actually the main character as a boy. He was played by an adult, which is fine, but the adult chose to do a child's voice that reminded me a bit too much of Frank Spencer.
Remember what my mother always used to say when she got worried?
Frank, I'm tired, I'm fed up, and I'm going to bed.
No.
And the trouble is, once I'd heard that, I couldn't get it out of my head every time he spoke. Apart from that small niggle, it was a really slick and interesting production with some innovative ideas, a creepy aesthetic, and some effects I've not seen done on stage before. If you want to go see it, just be aware to expect jump scares, loud music, light horror, and moments of total darkness. And I mean literal darkness, not like tonal darkness. I definitely recommend seeing this one if you enjoyed the book or Gaiman's other works. If you like Stranger Things, this could be a good fit for you. Or if you like scary stage productions like The Woman in Black, where there's jump scares and lighting effects and smoke effects and things like that. If you enjoy that kind of stage production, I think you'd enjoy this. Anyway, I wanted to give a quick update about my writing before I signed off. So if you're not interested in this part, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the show if you do go see it. So I'm off to my first writing convention tomorrow. It's FantasyCon in Birmingham. If you're going to be there and you're watching this, that's very cool. Do come say hi to me, and I'll just assume that everyone who says hi to me tomorrow watches my YouTube channel. Aside from all that, I'm still on submission. The publishing industry seems to slow down a lot in summer, but it's September now and we're starting to get responses again, which is cool. We're still in wait and see mode, but while that's happening, I'm writing a new book with ghosts and afternoon tea, where I'm trying some radical new experimental things like sticking to one character's point of view, and we'll see how that goes for me. So thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe. Let me know if you've seen the stage production of The Ocean at the End of the Lane, or if you've read the book, or if you'd like to read the book or see the stage production based on this review. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love reading them, and yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye.